At just 9 years old, Princess Charlotte has stepped into the spotlight in a way no one expected. Known for her cheeky charm and confident presence, she's grown up surrounded by royal traditions and pressures that few can comprehend. But now, Charlotte has done something that has the world buzzing. She's confirmed rumors that have been swirling around the royal family. And if you think this is your typical royal drama, think again. Even Lady Anne, the seasoned royal, was left speechless by Charlotte's bold actions and maturity. What did Charlotte confirm? Let's dive deep into the fascinating story of a young princess who's already making waves in the monarchy. A young princess steps into the spotlight at a tender age of 9. Princess Charlotte is no longer simply the adorable royal child waving from the Buckingham Palace balcony. She's stepping into her own spotlight, and the world is taking notice. Born into the gilded world of monarchy, Charlotte's life has been a paradox of privilege and pressure. But behind the picture-perfect appearances lies the story of a young girl navigating the labyrinth of royal tradition, public scrutiny, and private challenges. Recent events have shown that Charlotte isn't just another royal kid. She's already proving to be a figure of intrigue and influence. From quiet whispers in palace halls to bold moves that have left even seasoned royals like Lady Anne speechless, Charlotte is emerging as a force to be reckoned with. What makes this revelation so remarkable is how it intertwines with the ongoing struggles within the royal family. As her mother, Kate Middleton, battles health challenges and her father, Prince William, grapples with increasing public and familial pressure, Charlotte has risen as a symbol of resilience. Her actions, both intentional and incidental, have confirmed rumors that had been swirling for months. Rumors about her maturity, her sense of responsibility, and her unspoken role as a unifying presence in the family. Lady Anne, the seasoned stalwart of the royal family, has been a witness to this transformation. And if there's one person whose reaction underscores the gravity of Charlotte's journey, it's Anne. Known for her unwavering commitment to duty, and has seen decades of royal ups and downs. Yet, even she was left speechless by Charlotte's poise and actions. So, what exactly has Princess Charlotte done to cause such a stir? What rumors has she confirmed, and how has she left Lady Anne, a woman not easily fazed, utterly amazed? The answers lie in a story of resilience, courage, and an unshakable sense of duty that begins in the shadows of Kensington Palace and echoes across the royal world. To the outside world, Princess Charlotte's life might appear to be a fairy tale, a young girl growing up in palatial homes, dressed in designer outfits, and hailed as a future icon of the British monarchy. It all seems like a dream. But dig deeper, and you'll find a reality that is anything but idyllic. For Charlotte, the crown is not just an inheritance, it's a responsibility that looms over her even as she tries to enjoy the innocence of childhood. The pressures start early for royal children. Every smile she flashes at the camera, every hand she waves to the crowd, and even her occasional cheeky antics are dissected by the media and the public. But what makes Charlotte's struggles unique is the timing. Her childhood is unfolding against the backdrop of unprecedented family turmoil. Her mother, Kate Middleton, has been battling a severe health crisis, recently confirmed as cancer. This has left Charlotte not only worried about her beloved mother but also navigating the emotional toll it has taken on her family. Kate's condition has created a ripple effect in the household, with Prince William shouldering immense responsibilities, which in turn have affected his relationship with his children. And it's not just her immediate family. The royal household is no stranger to drama. Rifts between Prince Harry and Prince William, King Charles's complicated legacy, and the ever-watchful eyes of the British public have all added layers of perplexity to Charlotte's young life. Amidst all this, Charlotte's actions have begun to stand out. Observers have noticed her growing maturity and how she seems to intuitively understand the gravity of her family's struggles. Unlike other children her age, Charlotte isn't just absorbing her surroundings, she's responding to them. From her subtle withdrawal from public events to the moments where she stepped up to comfort her younger siblings, Charlotte's behavior has sparked discussions about her emerging role in the family. How does a 9-year-old navigate such monumental challenges? For Charlotte, the answer seems to lie in her quiet resilience, a trait that has begun to define her in the eyes of her family and the public. But it's also a resilience that's being carefully nurtured by someone who knows the weight of royal expectations all too well, Lady Anne. The shadow of tradition. For centuries, the British monarchy has thrived on tradition, from the ceremonial pomp of state functions to the unyielding rules of royal conduct. Every aspect of life within the palace walls is steeped in history. For a young royal like Princess Charlotte, these traditions are both a guiding framework and an invisible cage. Charlotte was born into a system where every move is dictated by age-old customs. As a child, she's expected to curtsy at the right moments, adhere to dress codes that harken back to the Victorian era, and speak only when spoken to in official settings. While these expectations might seem manageable from the outside, for Charlotte, they often mean suppressing her natural curiosity and youthful exuberance in favor of decorum. But Charlotte is not one to quietly fade into the shadows of tradition. Recent glimpses into her behavior have shown a young girl who is not afraid to challenge the status quo. Whether it's her subtle questioning of family practices or her candid comments during royal gatherings, Charlotte is carving out a space for individuality within the rigid framework of monarchy. This burgeoning sense of independence hasn't gone unnoticed, especially by Lady Anne, who has become a sort of mentor to the young princess. Anne, known for her no-nonsense approach and unwavering dedication to royal duty, sees both potential and peril in Charlotte's defiance, for the challenge lies in helping Charlotte strike a balance between embracing tradition and asserting her own identity. She's acutely aware of the dangers of going too far in either direction. Too much adherence to protocol could stifle Charlotte's spirit, while too much rebellion could lead her down the same path as Prince Harry, whose departure from royal life has left a lasting scar on the family. Anne's mentorship is both a shield and a compass for Charlotte. It's about teaching her the importance of tradition while also encouraging her to modernize it in ways that resonate with the public. This delicate balancing act is setting the stage for what could be Charlotte's most defining moment yet, a moment where she truly begins to redefine what it means to be a royal in the 21st century. The incident that changed everything. If there was ever a moment that encapsulated Princess Charlotte's transformation from a playful child to a poised young royal, it was during her mother's health crisis. Kate Middleton's battle with cancer, which had been quietly unfolding for months, reached a point where it could no longer be hidden from the public or from her children. For Charlotte, the realization that her mother was seriously ill was a turning point. The princess, who had always been the life of the room, began to withdraw. Observers noticed her growing quietness during public appearances, her absence from social events, and a sense of solemnity that was unusual for a child her age. But Charlotte's silence wasn't just about sadness, it was about observation. She watched as her father, Prince William, grew more distant, overwhelmed by the weight of his responsibilities. She noticed the quiet tension among the palace staff and the hushed conversations that often stopped when she entered a room. Then came the moment that confirmed what many had suspected. In a candid conversation with a family member, Charlotte reportedly voiced her worries about the changes in her household. While her words were simple, their impact was profound. She spoke of her father's distraction, her mother's absence, and the strange tension that seemed to linger in the air. These comments, though innocent, were enough to confirm rumors that had been swirling around the royal family for months. There had been speculation about the strain within Kensington Palace, but hearing it from Charlotte, a child too young to fully grasp the complexities of royal life, added a layer of authenticity that no adult statement could have matched. This moment was a wake-up call for the royal family, particularly for Lady Anne. If a 9-year-old could sense the cracks in the facade, how long would it be before the public did too? For Anne, it was a reminder of the importance of shielding Charlotte while also preparing her for the challenges ahead. Lady Anne's role as a mentor amid the storm has been one of her most significant undertakings, and has always been a pillar of strength within the royal family, but her role as a mentor to Princess Charlotte is perhaps one of her most vital tasks. Anne's life has been defined by her dedication to duty and her ability to navigate the complexities of royal expectations without losing her sense of self. It's this unique combination of traits that makes her the perfect guide for Charlotte during these turbulent times. When Anne first took Charlotte under her wing, it wasn't just about teaching her the basics of royal etiquette. It was about preparing her for the future, one where Charlotte would likely take on a prominent role in the monarchy. And recognized that Charlotte's challenges weren't just external, they were deeply personal. The young princess was grappling with her mother's illness, her father's emotional distance, and the overwhelming expectations of being a Windsor. Anne's mentorship has been a mix of tough love and gentle encouragement. She's not afraid to point out where Charlotte needs to improve, but she's equally quick to praise her for moments of strength and maturity. And has shared stories from her own experiences, drawing parallels between her challenges and Charlotte's current struggles. But what sets Anne apart is her ability to see the bigger picture. She understands that Charlotte's actions today will shape public perception of the monarchy for years to come. This is why Anne has been so insistent on teaching Charlotte the importance of balancing tradition with modernity. Perhaps the most telling moment of Anne's influence came during a recent family gathering. Charlotte, who had been quiet and reserved for much of the evening, suddenly spoke up to share her thoughts on a family matter. Her words were measured, thoughtful, and showed a level of insight far beyond her years. Anne, who had been watching from the sidelines, was visibly moved. For someone as composed as Anne to show such emotion was a testament to just how much Charlotte had grown under her guidance. As Charlotte continues to navigate the challenges of royal life, one thing is clear: with and by her side, She has a mentor who will not only guide her but also champion her every step of the way. A bold young leader. If there's one moment that encapsulated Princess Charlotte's burgeoning leadership qualities, it was the unexpected confrontation with her father, Prince William. What began as a simple question from a curious 9-year-old revealed layers of insight, courage, and an emerging sense of responsibility that left the entire family and the public stunned. Charlotte's question was disarmingly simple: "Why do you look like Uncle Harry?" She was referring to William's decision to grow a beard, a move that unsettled her deeply. To most, this might seem like a trivial matter, but for Charlotte, it was symbolic. In her young mind, the beard was a reminder of the family rift with Prince Harry, a figure whose absence loomed large over palace dynamics. What made Charlotte's question so remarkable wasn't just her willingness to voice it, but the way she framed it. It wasn't a petulant complaint or a childish demand. It was a heartfelt expression of her discomfort with the changes she was observing in her father. In that moment, Charlotte showed a level of emotional intelligence that far exceeded her years. Lady Anne, ever the keen observer, was present during this interaction. While she didn't intervene, her reaction spoke volumes. Anne, who has always valued directness and authenticity, was visibly impressed by Charlotte's ability to articulate her feelings in such a thoughtful manner. It was a moment that highlighted Charlotte's potential as a future leader, someone who isn't afraid to address uncomfortable truths but does so with grace and respect. William's response was equally telling. Rather than dismissing Charlotte's concerns, he took them to heart, ultimately deciding to shave off his beard. It was a small gesture, but one that spoke volumes about the impact Charlotte was already having within her family. This incident wasn't just a personal victory for Charlotte, it was a glimpse into her future role within the monarchy. At just 9 years old, she had managed to influence one of the most prominent figures in the royal family. As Lady Anne later remarked, this was just the beginning of Charlotte's journey as a bold young leader. Charlotte confirms the rumors. Princess Charlotte is known for her charm and charisma, but recent events have revealed a new dimension to her character. Her ability to navigate the intricate power dynamics of the royal family through this ability of hers has confirmed the long-held rumors that she might be at the forefront of the royal family in the future, potentially replacing her mother, Kate Middleton, and more importantly, Princess Anne. At just 9 years old, Charlotte is already showing signs of being a masterful mediator, capable of influencing those around her with subtle yet impactful actions. Take, for example, her handling of the tension between Prince William and Prince Harry. While she may not fully grasp the complexities of their rift, Charlotte's actions have served as a quiet reminder of the importance of family unity. Whether it's her candid questions about her father's beard or her heartfelt gestures, such as the bracelet she made for William, Charlotte has a way of bringing warmth and connection to even the most strained relationships. But Charlotte's power doesn't lie in grand speeches or dramatic gestures. It's in the way she observes, listens, and responds. She has an innate ability to read the emotions of those around her and adapt her behavior accordingly, a skill that has not gone unnoticed by Lady Anne, who has spent decades navigating the often unforgiving world of royal protocol. Lady Anne sees Charlotte as a natural diplomat and has already begun mentoring her on the finer points of royal influence. She is teaching Charlotte how to balance tradition with modernity and how to assert herself without overstepping boundaries. This mentorship is beginning to pay off, as Charlotte's actions during recent family gatherings have been a testament to her growing maturity and influence. Whether it's comforting her younger siblings, voicing her concerns about family dynamics, or simply being a steady presence in the midst of chaos, Charlotte is proving that power doesn't always have to be loud. Sometimes it's the quiet gestures that make the biggest impact. If there's one person who has been both Charlotte's toughest critic and biggest supporter, it's Lady Anne. Known for her stoic demeanor and no-nonsense approach, and isn't easily impressed. But when it comes to Charlotte, even she can't help but feel a sense of pride. A recent family gathering provided a particularly striking example of this. As discussions grew heated over a sensitive family matter, it was Charlotte who stepped in to diffuse the tension. Her words were calm, thoughtful, and surprisingly wise for someone so young. Anne, who had been observing from the sidelines, was visibly moved. For a woman who has spent her life upholding the monarchy's values, seeing Charlotte embody those same principles was nothing short of profound. As Anne later remarked, Charlotte represents the perfect blend of tradition and modernity, a young royal who is not afraid to speak her mind but does so with the utmost respect and grace. For Anne, this balance is the key to ensuring the monarchy's relevance in the years to come. The bond between Princess Charlotte and Queen Elizabeth II was one of quiet depth and mutual admiration. From the moment Charlotte was born, the Queen took a special interest in her great-granddaughter, seeing in her a spark that reminded her of herself. For Charlotte, the Queen wasn't just a regal figure, she was a source of wisdom and inspiration. The time they spent together, particularly in the Queen's final years, left an indelible mark on Charlotte's understanding of her role within the monarchy. Lady Anne, who shares a similarly close bond with the Queen, often observed these interactions with a sense of nostalgia. To Anne, Charlotte's relationship with the Queen was a poignant reminder of the cyclical nature of royal life. Just as Elizabeth had once learned from her predecessors, Charlotte was now learning from her. The Queen's influence on Charlotte extended beyond their personal bond. Through their interactions, Charlotte began to grasp the importance of resilience, duty, and adaptability, qualities that had defined Elizabeth's reign. These lessons have become an integral part of Charlotte's own approach to royal life, shaping her into a figure who is both grounded and forward-thinking. Challenges lie ahead for the young princess. Princess Charlotte may have displayed incredible maturity and leadership qualities for her age, but the road ahead is anything but smooth. As the only daughter of Prince William and Kate Middleton, Charlotte stands at a crossroads, balancing the weight of royal expectations with the desires of a young girl simply trying to grow up. One of the most immediate challenges she faces is navigating the public's growing fascination with her every move. While her cheeky waves and confident demeanor have endeared her to millions, they've also placed her under a microscope. Every gesture, outfit, and word is analyzed, often unfairly compared to those of her predecessors, like Princess Diana, or her peers, such as her older brother George. The pressure to uphold her family's image while forging her own identity is immense, and it's a challenge that only grows with time. But the real test lies within the palace walls. Family tensions, particularly the rift between Prince William and Prince Harry, continue to loom large, creating a complex environment for a young royal to navigate. Charlotte's ability to remain a neutral yet grounding presence will be crucial as she grows older and begins to understand the intricacies of these dynamics. Additionally, as the monarchy itself undergoes transformation under King Charles III, Charlotte must prepare for a future that is less certain than it once was. Questions about the relevance of the royal family in modern society and the shifting roles of its members mean that Charlotte will need to adapt quickly to a landscape that is constantly changing. Despite these challenges, Charlotte is not without her strengths. Her natural charisma, emotional intelligence, and the mentorship she receives from figures like Lady Anne have equipped her with tools to face whatever lies ahead. Anne's guidance, in particular, has instilled in Charlotte an understanding of how to balance tradition with modernity, a skill that will be invaluable as she steps further into the public eye. Charlotte's path forward is undoubtedly filled with hurdles, but if her recent actions are any indication, she is more than capable of overcoming them. The world will be watching closely as this young princess continues her journey, but one thing is clear: Charlotte's story is only just beginning. Final thoughts, a glimpse of hope for the monarchy. As we step back and reflect on the remarkable journey of Princess Charlotte, one thing becomes evident: she is no ordinary royal. At just 9 years old, she has faced challenges that would daunt even the most seasoned members of her family. Yet, with quiet resilience and bold determination, Charlotte has begun to carve out her unique role within the monarchy. From her heartfelt question about her father's beard to her symbolic bracelet, Charlotte has shown a rare ability to bring warmth and unity to a family often embroiled in tension. Her relationship with Lady Anne has been pivotal, offering her a steady compass to navigate the complexities of royal life while embracing her individuality. And then, of course, there is the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II, a guiding shadow that Charlotte carries forward with every public appearance and private act of grace. The lessons imparted by the late Queen, combined with the modern mentorship of Anne, have positioned Charlotte as a beacon of hope for the monarchy's future. But what truly sets Charlotte apart is her authenticity. In a world where the royal family is often seen as detached or overly polished, Charlotte's candidness, empathy, and quiet strength remind us of the human side of royalty. She is not just a princess. She is a symbol of what the monarchy can become, a blend of tradition and modernity, resilience and relatability. So what's next for this young royal? As Lady Anne herself has said, Charlotte's journey is only beginning. The challenges ahead are daunting, but if anyone is prepared to face them, it's this bold, charismatic young girl. The world will be watching, and we can only imagine the incredible chapters yet to be written in Charlotte's royal story. For now, one thing is certain: Princess Charlotte is a rising star in the House of Windsor, and her impact is already being felt far beyond the palace walls. The question is not whether she will rise to the occasion, it's how brightly she will shine.